dad is the funniest and most kind-hearted individual. He is patient. He likes to light up a room.
He was doing some radio, but I decided to hire him full-time to do an afternoon show in Atlanta, Georgia, where he would endlessly yak about his Philadelphia Eagles and Cherry and White.
First time I met John Kincade was at a hookah bar. Guy comes in with his little briefcase. He sits down, I sit down, and we have an awkward stare. He says, hello. I say hello. And then he just lays down like, hey, love to work with you. What type are you gonna be at?
My dad said, I don't want it to just be a sports show. I want to talk about pop culture or current events. And that's what sold it for Shaq. They really are like brothers.
Shaquille O'Neal joining us here, and we've been partners for a long time, Shaq.
John had a very successful career in Atlanta, Georgia for over 20 years. Always in the back of his mind wanting to go back to Philadelphia, or as we say in Philadelphia, Philadelphia. That's how you say it.
On a Sunday morning, I drove from Raleigh to Philly. John was doing a show on CBS radio, and I listened to it for 4 hours, and I knew we were going to need some additional talent on The Fanatic. But the first time I talked to him, I said, are you ready to come to Philly? And he said, I'm going to end my career in Philly, but right now is not the time to move. On air, he's a gangster. Off air, he's a gangster. John is a tough son of a gun. He called me and told me he had cancer, but he was upbeat about it. He's been an inspiration. He's been a professional. He's been a warrior. John takes nothing for granted. Every day is a new day. He brings his A game every day. His work ethic is unparalleled.
He had told me my entire life that he would want to return to Temple to teach a class. And he's finally gotten to achieve that dream. He's teaching a talk radio class, but the biggest lesson I think he could impart on anyone is about being genuinely yourself. Speak loudly and proudly about your story, about who you are. I am so proud of my dad. I am so honored to be his daughter, and I'm so happy to be continuing the Temple legacy.